Hi, everybody. It's Annie from Celtic Tarot. I'm just doing the reading for May, general reading. I hope it resonates with you and I hope you get something out of it. So, our word for the month, courage. Please ignore the mental border collie in the background who wants me to play with her. So, courage is our word for the month. Let's see what the cards have got to say. I'm using the Lightseer Tarot this time. It's a bit different from my Celtic Tarot that I usually use. Okay, so the first card is the Lovers, which to me probably signifies relationships, things that are coming up in relationships. And the second card is the Ace of Pentacles. So for me, that card's always about money and money in relationships and maybe some issues around money in relationships. And obviously the courage card is saying, hold your ground, stay brave, it's all going to be okay. It is all going to be okay. My next card is the Sun. So if there are some difficulties at the moment, it's all going to be fine. The Sun has come out, it's all going to be okay, it'll all be good. Thank the Lord for that. My next card, the Queen of Swords. For me, this card's always about communication. It's like the Page of Swords is, well, I know I need to say stuff. And the Knight of Swords is, well, I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to make any rash decisions. And the Queen of Swords is, I'm going to put this all together and I'm going to say what I have to say. So if you have to have conversations around relationships, and remember, this is not just personal relationships, this is also business relationships, any relationships that you're in. Work out what you want to say before you say it. Work out what you want your outcome to be before you start. Don't go in there with all guns blazing. It's a good idea to say, we could do this or we could do that. What would you prefer? What would your option be? And give people options. And hopefully you'll get the result that you want by opening that discussion and creating that discussion. What's my next card? Oh my goodness. My next card is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, again, rash decisions, chasing after things. I think that one, in terms of what the rest of the cards are saying, is around pick your timing. Pick a time where you're settled, the person that you want to talk to is settled. You have time to actually talk through whatever the situation is. Rash decisions and jumping to conclusions is what resonates around that card. So for me, that one's all about, again, when you open a conversation, know that you need to think carefully about your words. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, we've got the Page of Swords. In terms of, and the Three of Cups. In terms of a relationship, the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords maybe mean that you're talking to somebody who's not as developed as you. You're talking to someone who's not as old as you. You're talking to somebody who's a bit flighty. I would definitely say what the cards have just said. Be brave. Step up. Think very carefully about what you have to say and think very carefully about what you need to say and then how you're going to frame it so that it doesn't sound like take personal responsibility for what you're saying. So that's the best advice I can give you on that one. This is the Star. For me, the Star is all about I'm going to dip my toes into something new, but there's still some fear around this. There's still some concerns. So again, that's one's about being brave and knowing that the outcome is going to be okay. It's just about how you frame it, how you say it, how you state it, and what you do. My favorite card, the Six of Cups. All going to be okay. All going to be fine. Um, this card is about love. It's about loyalty. It's about companionship. That and the sun on either end of this spread just say that everything is going to be okay. It's all going to be all right. I'm going to do a 3-card pick. We'll see what they say. Now, you may want to pick 1 card. You may want to pick 3 cards, whatever resonates with you and whatever works for you. So let's see. I'm using my 7 energies cards, mostly because I love them. The first card, Beyond the Ordinary. As a result of your conversations, expect miracles. Look for potential. Anything can happen. Don't get blocked and don't get scared. Be brave, step up, and anything can happen. Miracles can happen. Set your intention. That's really important too. Like if you go into a conversation in any kind of relationship, if you go in with your intention set, believing that this is going to be okay, this will be fine, I just need to frame it properly, it's going to be okay, miracles can happen. I don't want to tell you that I'm psychic, but this is endless possibilities, which is exactly what I've just said. Miracles can happen. You have no idea where this little conversation might lead you. Endless possibilities, an adventure, all sorts of stuff, good stuff may be coming up. One more of these ones. Where do you want me to go? This one. Seeing beyond. I think this is about visualization. It's about really, really tuning in and thinking, what is it that I really want? I know there are endless possibilities that are way outside the ordinary. So a lot of people say, I have to see it to believe it. My thing is, you have to believe it to see it. So if you do that, things just happen. Energy goes where the intention flows, or it's the other way around. But if you can visualize it, if you can see it, if you can see yourself doing it and it being really, really easy, then it probably will be. The minute you start to block the energy and think, oh, this is going to be hard, oh, I don't know if I can do this, then it will be. It will be. So it's going to be fine. It's going to be wonderful. There are endless possibilities. Just have that conversation. Now, this could be a conversation about a job. It could be a conversation for an interview. It could be a conversation with a relation. It could be a conversation with a friend. It could be anything. Just know that there are endless possibilities. I'm feeling that there's a few of you out there that may not be saying what you feel. And this is definitely the time to step up and say what you feel. Put your big girl pants on and be brave. My final cards are Major Arcana, and these ones for me are always messages from Spirit. So I might do 5 just because I can. Let's see what this one's got to say. So if I do a 5-card spread, first card is what's on top of us. Oh, wow. I love this card too. Actually, I love all my cards. Tarot means the way or the road. And the Fool is, for me, the first and last card in the pack. And for me, when this comes up right on top of you, it's the beginning of a new chapter. And it's about leap and it'll appear. So don't look back, always look forward. Just don't look black. The universe will follow you. It'll be fine. Next one. What's at your head? The Magician. This one for me is about, it's usually the work card, but in terms of this reading, this one is about creation. It's about creating what you want, creating what you need. Again, if you can see it, you'll believe it. What's at your feet? For me, the feet card is about the subconscious. It's about maybe blocks, what's holding you back. I got no blocks. I got the sun. I got everything being fine and dandy. No blocks, nothing standing in your way. Go for it, go forward. It all will be fine. I can't say it any stronger than that. Next card. Oh, she's back. Don't be afraid. Dip your toes in the new beginnings. We're at a new chapter of our life. Things are going to be different. Sometimes people don't like change, but with all of what these cards are saying, this is all about really good change. There's nothing bad in here. It's all about embracing the change, not looking back, moving forward. So this is really good. Let's see what our final card is. Now, don't let me down, cards. This one. Endings. New beginnings. So this is the card that's past. It sits in the past position. So endings. The old is done. The old is gone. We're on to a brand new chapter. New beginnings. Create what you want. Don't be afraid. Step up. Be bold and brave. Take courage. Don't be scared of change. Change is fun. It can be a bit daunting, but it's usually for the good, and it's usually for good for you. So there you go, my lovelies. That's our reading for May. That's a really nice reading. I like that one. There's been a couple that have been where we've been stuck and we've not been able to move forward. But what this is sort of saying is that the time has come now for us to move on, move forward. Okay, now I've got a question here, and in these readings I don't usually do questions, but what I will do for Maritza is pull 3 cards. Okay, Maritza, the uncharted sea. This is saying that you're drifting and that you're a bit lost and that you're not quite sure where you are at the moment. This one is talking about celebrating yourself. It's very much about celebrating yourself. It's about the royal you. It's put your crown on, step up, and be the princess that you are. That's very much what that's about. It's about honoring yourself and honoring your own true feelings. This one, a higher view. If you're having situations at the moment where you're feeling a wee bit lost and a wee bit muddled, don't let the emotions get in the way. Get above it, take the emotion out of it, and look down, step outside yourself and think, am I making this up? Is this real? Am I making too much of a little situation? Just step away, step back, and wait and see what happens. Okay? I hope that helps. Jessica, let's have a look. Oops. I keep swapping cards because sometimes I just need the right cards for you. Okay. For you, Jessica, I've got look at your options. I've got he hasn't quite made the decision yet. There's been some concerns around this move. What it's saying is right at this moment is not the right time. Do nothing. Get some really strong advice. In terms of that previous card, you might have had a disappointment before. So get some really strong advice before you make any decisions. Give yourself the gift of freedom. And I do feel you're moving. It's just about timing. And also, I've got a card for you that's saying there are rewards for all the hard work and the hard effort that you've put in, and it will re-kickstart your relationship. So it looks really good, but it's just not right at this moment. I'm thinking end of the year, August onwards, not right now. Timing is not right. Okay, my lovelies, I'm going to toddle off now. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your comments. Hi, Gail. Glad you were here. Hi, Anita. Glad you were here too. Hello to all the people that I don't know that are on here. Thank you all very much for joining me. That's all for today. Thank you, and I'll see you again next month.